Yeah, what was the experience like when they were drilling the wells, or when they were setting up the compressor station?
There was a lot of trucks down here.
So much
I was actually afraid to want to truck because at the time, my twins that's 9 was only 3 and 4, and I was scared that they would get down to the road because they don't know any better and get ran over. They beat this road up a good bit. I mean, when they first came in, they what did they put on the road down there?
Some kind of oil.
Some kind of oil and grit and gravel. They oil, grit, and gravelled it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then, but that wore off. But this road's all beat up now, and it fell in, and the township had to come down and fix that. And then they brought large equipment down here. I don't even know how in the world they got up this road. And one day they actually got stuck down here and started toward my house, and the equipment fell right toward my bank,
Now, here recently, as of last month, I called the courthouse and I talked to zoning, Sue Martin, and I said, they're building the other station now. She said they don't have a permit yet. Their permit is pending. I said, well, I don't care if the permit is pending. They're there with all the equipment. We've seen them go up the road. And I said, we can see them down there with tents. Either they're living in them or they got some kind of hidden equipment in there. So she come out and she said, she did put a sign on them, cease and desist. And they had 5 days to reply that in. So she called me back and she said their attorney called and he appealed it. And I wrote them a letter asking them not to give them the permit, because at the day of the hearing on the 26th of May, or was it June?
This was
May. It was 26th of May.
Yeah.
Jeannie was sick with a severe headache and her backache, and me and her was at the hospital. And we were there all night till 6 the next morning. And I had to be at that hearing by 10. There was no way Jeannie could watch the children, not because they had to give her shots in her back. And so I could not make it to that hearing, but I did write a letter and ask them not to give them the permit to put the second one in.
Because we were waiting on tests to be done, with the tests we got done, and then how sick that I and the children has been, and how I've not, and I suffer from, I'm telling you, my headaches are so bad that I throw up, and this could last for 3 or 4 days. This could go on for 3 or 4 days, and the doctor just keeps putting me on medicine after medicine. There's nothing to get rid of. I'm up, I'm throwing up. I feel like I'm going to pass out. I break out in cold sweats. I can't stand the light because the headaches hit me so bad. I mean, it's just really becoming an impairment for me because I feel like I can't even function, and I'm so tired. And I'm thinking, I got 5 kids, I've got to function. So I just push myself to try to go, because I have to. I mean, I've got no choice other than push myself to go. No matter how tired I am, I've got 5 kids.
So she said to me, well, they give them the permit. They took your letter in no consideration. I said, in 5 children, they don't care. We're boxed in this valley. They are above us. The wells are behind us, and we are boxed. And they had no consideration of 5 little kids in here. That's just great. So they're working on to put the second one in.
Second compressor station.
Yeah.
So when did the health problem start?
Oh, my health problem started about 2 years ago. The headaches. If I'd eat something, I'd run to the bathroom. And study went through me. Muscle weakness. I did have muscle weakness. I still do. I can work for a little bit, and then I get so weak. My bones hurt me. My back kills me. My legs. My legs hurt me so bad it was unreal. I went to the doctor, and she was doing all kind of tests on me. Jeannie, we can't find nothing wrong with your legs. We don't, they did all kind of scans on them and stuff, and she said we can't find anything wrong with those legs. But my legs killed me so bad. They just feel like if I could just take my hands and wrap them around them, put pressure on my legs, that would relieve them so much. And they just killed me like
and
crazy.
Me, mine's the same way. My legs and my arms and my back. And I noticed there was a wart on my back, and I put a Band-Aid on it, and my whole back broke out just from a Band-Aid. And I said to my doctor, she said, well, come over and we'll do some tests to see if you're allergic to plastic or something. And so she did the test to come back negative. And I said, I've used Band-Aids before, never bothered me, but why now? And then I took a Benadryl, which I've took Benadryl before. And I took a Benadryl one night, and I ended up in the hospital with my heart, because I also have heart trouble. And now I can't take Benadryls. I cannot take Benadryls no more. There's just different things. Dishwater liquid, I have to buy the expensive with the moisturizing cream in the dishwater liquid. Other than that, I cannot wash dishes with anything else other than that. The expensive kind to wash dishes with. Before, I could use Dawn or Ivory or anything. No more. I get blisters all over my hands. And I suffered for that for how many? About 2 years.
Yeah, Mom had those on her for like 2 years. Every time she'd get her hands in this water, it would just, she'd get these blisters all over her. And so,
And the doctor said,
wow.
I don't know what it could be from. And then I was at the store and I said, I'm going to try this new dishwater liquid with a moisturizer in it. As long as I used it, it was okay. It cleared up. And if I put my hands in that water now, if I used on, forget it. Something I always used all my life, but I can't use now.
Did the doctors attribute your health problems to anything in specific?
No. Like I said, with my legs, they tried. Well, she did tell me I had restless leg syndrome.
Okay.
She said maybe you've got restless leg syndrome, so we'll treat you for that. She gave me the medicine, but you know what? I wouldn't take it because it can cause it. One of the side effects to it is it can cause a gambling. You go out and gamble.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I don't want to do this. So I didn't take it. But since I've not been drinking the water, my legs have stopped hurting me. My legs does not hurt me.
You mentioned kidney disease.
Yes. That was on my blood work paper. When I had went to the doctor's office for my checkup one day, she did the vitamin D test. My vitamin D come back 13.9, I believe it was. And so on the paper there, the lab told her to go to www.doggy.i because patient with this chronic kidney value for 3 months could have chronic kidney disease. Now, I'm waiting on my test because I can't wait to see for... As a matter of fact, she should call me back today, but nobody's called me yet to see, how that's going. So, and I want to see how that is. So I won't know, until she calls me back today. And